No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Got a couple tablespoons of olive oil. If you want to use coconut oil, vegetable oil, corn oil, canola oil, avocado oil, walnut oil, whatever oil you want to use, but I like the flavor I get from olive oil. I use predominantly olive oil in all my recipes. I've got 1/3 of a pound of salted cod already prepared, and all we did was I soaked it in boiling water, and then I shredded it, I rinsed it. I mean, boiling water, rinsed it, shred it, rinse it, and here we are, nice big chunks. So we're going to go in with all of that salted cod in there. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this recipe. If you wanted to add an extra tablespoon of olive oil in here, fry the saltfish, any saltfish, whether it's pollock or cod or whatever you can afford, because it's expensive now. You can fry it until crisp, and the reason for more oil is because it will stick, and with more oil it won't stick to the bottom of the pan here. Fried crisp, and this is how mommy would do it, and then she would remove it so the oil base has the flavor of the salted cod, and later on she would add back the salted cod to the dish, because later on you will see as we cook it's going to break apart, it's going to fall apart, and you won't get nice big chunks and bits of that salted cod. So what we want to do here, let it go. I'm going to turn my heat down to medium-low, let that fry, let it flavor up the oil. Just a couple minutes. Just going to hit that a little scrape, and you can see this is what I was talking about. It's going to stick to the bottom there. If there was a bit more oil, it wouldn't. So already see how it's starting to shred. That's cool. What I want to do now is to add some flavor ingredients. And ladies and gentlemen, this string bean recipe is very similar to versions I have with fully vegan. I have a curry version, I have a version with shrimp, I have a version with chicken, with leftover stewed pork, all with shrimp. I said shrimp, yeah. Many different varieties of this recipe is available at CaribbeanPot.com. So what I want now is 2 really thin slices of ginger. There we go. We've got onion, and that is a medium onion all sliced up. I've got 2 big cloves of garlic that I just smashed. I've got here 1/4 of a Scotch bonnet pepper. You're going to see some seeds in there. Just be mindful, the white membrane and the seeds will have that sort of heat element. If you don't have Scotch bonnet pepper and all you have is habanero or something, by all means rock that habanero. It will give you a lovely flavor as well. The whole idea is heat, right? Now if you don't like heat, you could leave it out altogether. It's been a couple minutes and it's already smelling wonderful. You're getting that hint of garlic, fried onions always smell good. That black pepper is doing its thing. The Scotch bonnet is going to start wilting down and start releasing the lovely oils and flavors of that Scotch bonnet pepper. So now what I have here is 1.5 pounds of trimmed already. We removed the ends and we trimmed it, pull out any sort of strings, and they're about 1 inch or so pieces string beans. String bean, French beans, same body or yard bean, all those things would work. It's just that this is a bit more tender, so you just have to adjust the cooking time. If you used any of the other beans that I mentioned there, yeah, and those recipes that I just spoke about there, they're all available on CaribbeanPot.com. So I urge you, head over there and check out all those beautiful recipes. To help stretch the dish for more people, I've got 2 medium, closer to large potatoes that I sliced up really thin, less than 1/4, maybe an 1/8 of an inch or so, and you're trying to keep them the same size so they all cook evenly. We also need, I'm going to put a tiny bit of salt, nothing too spectacular, because there will be remnants of salt from that salted cod that we used. We've got 3 more things to put in here, one of them being a chopped tomato. That will bring acidity and a bit of sweetness to the game. It's all about balance when we cook, yeah? Sometimes we tend to forget that we've been doing balance when it comes to cooking for generations. It's just that only now we're kind of like figuring out, yeah, we've been doing this for a long time. Just gonna give that a stir just to combine all those things and make sure it's coated with that lovely base of flavor that we started off with. Just gonna turn my heat up to medium now, and the remnants of water from washing both the potato and the string beans would help to sort of deglaze, you know, before it was sticking on the bottom there. Notice it's sort of deglazing the bottom of the pot there, which means it's loosening up all those lovely fried on bits, or what they call fond, from the bottom there. To help it come along, I'm gonna add just about half a cup of water, and I'm gonna put the lid on there. But before I do so, what I want to add is about 2 tablespoons of coconut cream. That's pure coconut cream, and that's going to bring a lovely island feel to this entire dish. That sweetness and creaminess from that coconut milk, Papa, yo, things up. What we need to do, lid on, bring it up to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, and cook it with the lid on until everything is nice and tender. It will only take about 3 minutes for it to come up to a boil. Notice I had the lid on, so what I want to do now is to stir this. You want to make sure that coconut milk breaks down and goes nice and creamy and adds that lovely flavor. Saltfish, where you going? Go back in there, sire. What's wrong with you? Anyhow, we're continuing. Alright, lid back on, and we want that same sort of, and notice what I mentioned earlier about the saltfish, how it's going to go a bit soggy. If you wanted, and this is what I mentioned earlier, you fry it first, get it nice and crisp, and when you're almost done cooking the dish, that is when you can add it back. Lid on. If you want to put it slightly ajar, cool. If not, all the way on. Yeah. It's been about 15 minutes. I just turned up the heat ever so slightly there, because what I want to do now, well, a few things you have to do. Decide whether or not the potatoes are fully cooked. These are falling apart, so I know, yes, we're there. And at this point is where you would taste it for salt and adjust the salt to your liking. The last thing we want to do is cook the remaining, 4 or 5 minutes to burn off all the liquid on the bottom, so we're not going to have the lid on there anymore. One thing I must mention to you all is when dealing with salted cod or any salt fish, sometimes it says boned or boneless, which means the bones were removed. Still be mindful that there may be bones in there, so when you're shredding it, pay close attention to try and remove those bones. Last couple of minutes here, we're just going to go with the lid off, burn off that liquid, and then, yo man, it's time for roti or rice or whatever. For me tonight, I am having this with sada roti. Yes, sada roti, the most basic of roti. The recipe can be found at caribbeanpot.com. Yeah, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you get an opportunity to give this one a try. Uncle Chris saying thanks as usual for being in my kitchen with me. String beans with potato and saltfish. We added a bit of coconut cream in there. Of course, garlic and onion. If you want to add some thyme, that's cool as well. The pieces of ginger, just be mindful if you don't like chewing into ginger. Just be mindful that a couple slices of ginger is in there. If you wanted to grate in the ginger, you can also do that. Alright, I'm gone. Let me go and handle more stories now.